The glow of her phone lit up the dark living room like a secret she didn't want me to see, and the second I stepped closer, her smile vanished, gone, like I'd just walked in on something I wasn't supposed to witness. We were in our apartment off West 34th Street in New York, rain tapping against the windows, city noise humming low. She was curled on the couch, laughing softly at something on her screen. I hadn't heard that laugh in months. "Who's got you smiling like that?" I asked. She locked the phone instantly. Too fast. "No one. Just a meme." Her tone was flat. Cold. Like a switch flipped the moment I existed in her space. That's when it hit me. Something wasn't right. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. At first, I told myself it was stress. Emily worked late at her marketing firm in Midtown. Long hours. New clients. But that night stuck with me. The way she smiled at her phone like it mattered more than anything, then froze when I got close. The next few days I watched. She angled her screen away every time I walked by. Started taking calls in the hallway. Showered with her phone on the sink, screen facing down. Little things. Too many little things. "Everything okay at work?" I asked one morning. She barely looked up from her coffee. "Yeah. What?" "You've just been distant." "I'm tired, Jason." "Not everything is a conspiracy." Her words were sharp, defensive, but her eyes didn't meet mine. Unease settled in like a slow leak. A week later, we were at a small dinner in Soho with friends. She barely touched her food, but her phone kept buzzing under the table. Every time it did, that same smile crept onto her face. Soft. Private. Not for me. When I reached for her hand, she pulled it away casually, like she didn't even notice. But I did. On the Uber ride back, I leaned my head against the window, watching the blurred city lights. "Who is it?" I asked quietly. She sighed, annoyed. "God, Jason, can you not do this tonight?" "Do what?" "Interrogate me over nothing." Nothing. That word echoed. Later that night, she fell asleep fast. Phone still in her hand. That never happened before. I lay there staring at the ceiling. Then I looked at her. Then at the phone. My chest tightened. I told myself not to. I did it anyway. Her phone unlocked with Face ID the moment I tilted it toward her. And there it was. A message thread pinned at the top. "Mark, Midtown office." My stomach dropped. I opened it. Scrolling felt like falling. Inside jokes. Late night messages. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow." Photos of their lunches. His compliments. Her replies. Flirty, effortless. Intimate in a way she hadn't been with me in a long time. Then one message from earlier that evening. "Still thinking about your smile on the couch tonight." I froze. He knew. He knew she was on the couch. Smiling at him. While I was 10 feet away. My hands went cold. I kept scrolling. A photo. Not explicit. Just them in a parking garage near her office. Too close. Too comfortable. His arm around her like it belonged there. That's when it hit me again. This wasn't new. I locked the phone and placed it back in her hand exactly how it was. My heart was pounding, but my face stayed still. I didn't wake her. I didn't say a word. The next morning, I acted normal. "Coffee?" I asked. She smiled faintly. "Thanks." Like nothing had happened. Like I didn't know. I watched her leave for work from our window, and something inside me shifted. Not anger. Not yet. Something colder. That evening, I confronted her. "Who's Mark?" She froze for half a second, then recovered. "A coworker." "Just a coworker?" She shrugged. "Yeah. What?" I stared at her. "Because you smile at your phone like he's your entire world." Silence. Then she laughed. Light. Dismissive. "You're being paranoid." Denial. Clean. Immediate. I stepped closer. I saw the messages. Her expression hardened. For a second, the mask slipped. Then she crossed her arms. "So you went through my phone?" Manipulation. Just like that. I was the problem. "You're cheating on me." She rolled her eyes. "It's not like that." "Then what is it?" "It's work stuff. We joke around." "You're blowing it up." "Blowing it up." I felt something crack inside my chest. But I didn't yell. Didn't argue. I just nodded slowly. "Got it." That confused her. "You're just okay with it?" I looked at her for a long second. "No," I said quietly. "I just understand now." That night, I didn't sleep. But I didn't spiral either. I planned. The next week, I hired a divorce lawyer in Manhattan. Quiet. Efficient. I gathered everything. Screenshots of messages. Photos. Call logs. Even synced her cloud backups while she was at work. She never noticed. Why would she? She thought she had control. 2 weeks later, her company hosted a client networking event at a hotel in Midtown. She told me about it casually. Big night. Might be late. I'll stop by, I said. She hesitated. It's mostly coworkers. Good. I'll finally meet them. She forced a smile. That's when I knew. The ballroom was packed. Suits. Drinks. Polished smiles. I spotted her across the room. And him. Mark. Standing too close. Laughing like he owned the place. Like he owned her. I walked up slowly. Emily. She turned, eyes widening. Jason? What are you doing here? Meeting your coworker. I extended my hand to him. You must be Mark. He smirked. Confident. Yeah. Heard a lot about you. I nodded. I'm sure you have. Then I reached into my jacket, pulled out a folder, and placed it on the table between them. Printed messages. Photos. Everything. Silence spread like a ripple. Mark's smirk faded first. Emily's face went pale. You brought this here? She whispered. I looked around at the nearby colleagues now watching. You smiled at your phone all evening while I sat 10 feet away, I said calmly. Figured it was only fair everyone else saw what was so funny. Whispers started. Her boss stepped closer. What's going on here? I didn't raise my voice. Didn't need to. Just clearing up a workplace relationship. Mark stepped back. Emily tried to speak, but nothing came out. Control was gone. In one quiet moment, I slid my wedding ring off and placed it on top of the folder. Then I walked out. The divorce was finalized 3 months later. She lost her position shortly after. Something about unprofessional conduct. I didn't follow up. Didn't need to. Now I sit in a smaller apartment in Brooklyn. Quieter. Cleaner. No glowing phone lighting up fake smiles. Sometimes I still think about that night. The way her face changed when I walked closer. How quickly warmth turned to ice. I guess that was the real moment it ended. Not when I found out, but when she decided I didn't deserve the truth. And honestly, neither did she. The end.